Stress and anger. We all live with it, always burying our devious little creatures deep inside, keeping them hidden from the world, so that they're not strong enough to become known. But this will not be the end of that emotion. It will linger in your psyche, waiting for the right moment to reveal its crusty dome. And one day, when you least expect it, it'll pop out of you and start running fades like a barber, destroying whole bloodlines, making bloodlines, and doing dirty deeds. There is one God damn! But there is a way to never let this happen in the first place. But to do so, we must take our anger out on something, exercising your rage in the process. You could do this in many ways. By hitting a pillow, a punching bag, fuck it, even someone! Maybe even someone who doesn't know how to get a fucking order right! You think I'm fucking stupid? As for a simple cheese pizza, wanna know what I found instead? Razors. Oh, and not just that. You thought it would have been so cute to add some shitty fire aspect on it. And you thought I wouldn't find out? You think I'm dumb? Huh? Cheesy waste of nut! Oh, right, I forgot about the tape. It's a fucking prank! You fucking crazy bitch! Wait, you're Prankster Boy 9000, aren't you? Yeah, I'm a prank channel. Why couldn't you say that earlier? I love your channel. Really? Yeah. I even got a channel for myself. Oh, what's the name? It's r/. But of course there's gonna be things stopping you, like laws or human rights. So you're gonna have to find another way to cope. But fortunately, I got something for you. It's a whole genre of games for you to explore. Torture games. The best genre for stress relief. With this genre, you could do all kinds of horrific things to these human placeholders. And you know what that means? No guilt! So no need to feel bad about killing them. I mean, most characters are wisecracking cuntbags, but there are quite a few that makes it very hard not to give in. I won't be talking about those ones. The ones I found are 100% guilt-free. Now that my introduction's done, let's marinate in some carnage. I'm Don Evo, and I hope you enjoy it. Last time on Beat the Boss, someone managed to murder Joe, mutilating his corpse beyond recognition. After his murder, the office was left at peace for years. Nobody seemed to mind nor care about who or what killed him. All that mattered was that he was gone now. Unfortunately for everyone, he has eventually returned, but he is no longer flesh. He is now an android, powered by the strongest and smartest AI. He was created to make the workplace toxic once again, fulfilling his original body's purpose. And with his artificial resurrection, he'll ruin all workers' lives around the world, leaving nothing but pain and sorrow in his wake. But unlike these normies, I don't take shit from anyone. Not even our last boss that I kinda had a hand in murdering. But I can confirm nor deny that. But don't tell anyone, cause I know exactly where you live, and if I hear a peep out of anyone, I'm coming for that headpiece. I'll paste your shit, bro. Besides, would you really want to get justice for this guy? This pathetic worm of a once human, who somehow squirmed their way to CEO-ship through the method of bootlicking, salad tossing, and kitty cat polishing. Worse yet, do you want to know the first damn thing he does when he returned? It wasn't to change his actions and give me and my coworkers a fucking raise. No. It was to continue on his tomfuckery. And of course he stole this innocent man's suit to cover up all of his filthy body folds. No one should be forced to deal with this heathen's abuse. And that's where I come in, to relinquish them. I'll be using a vast array of items to bring destruction. Like darts, beautiful guns, and very ominous kind of unknown origin, and various other things that could bring your boss great distress. But before we start the torment, let me give you a heads up, so you won't be surprised when it happens. Attacking him harshly sometimes causes him to spontaneously reproduce. I'm not joking, that's literally what happens. Sometimes even spawning up a full version of himself. Almost like an uglier starfish. No offense to Mr. Starfish. Well, this isn't so bad. because this one is also killable, so it's less like getting hammered in the nuts while you're sleeping, and more like finding an onion ring in your fries. Except the onion ring is not a tasty snack. It's a tiny man. An even tastier snack, but no matter what, you must end his life with a destructive finish. With the help of your office mates, you hit him with a barrage of paper airplanes. This may seem a little dense, but you'll be greatly mistaken, because they really wrecked his shit up. They made a giant-ass paper airplane, then they unleashed it on his head, absolutely demolishing his skull into fresh powder. And after killing him a few more times, I finally destroyed him. But we are not finished. He was just one of many androids, and the only one in our office. So we only killed one of those bum-ass bots, and the rest are already on another move to another establishment. And you must stop them before it's too late, because their next target is the most oppressed group of them all. Gamers. They want to make our lives a living hell, even though we don't deserve it. Gamers are never wrong! After killing a fair amount of these tit-licking bastards, I unlocked more toys to torture this bitch. I got tiny bird, an endless supply of tomahawks, and an energy blast from a game I am not illegally allowed to say. And a monkey! With this new arsenal, you already know that this boy's shaking in his boots. He may try to act tough by showing off his affiliations, but that still doesn't hide the fact that I can still see the piss dripping down your pants leg. Couldn't even hold it in, you limp dick fuck. George! Get the gang and pelt this nigga down! But our fun did not last long. The cops heard our little scuffle. The cops aren't here for little old me. They saw the crime scene and understood who the real problem was. Started mercilessly beating his brains out of his head until they left him stiff. Now gamers are safe from these meddling robots. Now it's time to get rid of the others. Yes, there's more. Most of the more sneaky ones managed to slip under my nose. But don't worry, most of them hid in one area. The theater, to be exact. But it's so sad to see what have became of it. This place used to be a cavern of joy. Now, it's nothing more than a musty hidey hole for these ugly mugged fucks. Now I can never see Battle Run, Avengeos, or Joes. I'll never be able to watch these movies because they fucked them up. At this point, could you really blame them? They are so stupid, so irredeemably cruel for no apparent reason. So why would you think any less of these scum-sucking shitheads? And now, I need some retribution for all the movies they fucked up with those diseased little dicks they call fingers. Now it's time to clean this joint, and to end their rank-ass infiltration on this city. And not just this one, but all around the world. By the end of this, I cleaned out the entire movie theater. All that was left standing was one singular robo-bitch. I was getting ready to mince him up like creamed mushroom. Well, until some short stack stole my kill. Well, I'm not too mad, cause he still hit him with that stinger. They left his ass dazed with a barrage of fatal stabbings, and a final move. Now that every last one of these disgusting bastards are finished off, it's time to find the most vile, the misshapen, disgusting, and horrific display of cruel creativity. You may know what I'm talking about. Never mind, you probably don't. I'm talking about the defective. The defectives may be the most smart, but that's pretty much all they got going for themselves. And soon, that noggin juice is gonna be my beverage. Now, since I murdered all of them, now I need to go after the leader. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to... Before we get into his beautiful dismemberment, let's talk about his fucked up disguise. Did this fucking Neanderthal think this ugly ass suit looks anything like a human? You look like a test tube baby more than anything, or the product of a circular family tree. Well, at least we know where the others got their sea scum face look from, and I can tell you're making your mother sister proud. Okay, I can't really stand looking at this guy anymore, so it's best to get rid of him quickly before I vomit, so we can put an end to their invasion. So it's time to hit him with all I got. Now it's time to finally end this. But what's the fun in using the same items I already got? I'm gonna use something I probably should have used a long time ago. Yeah, you hear that? You're gonna die, inbred! Now, the robotic takeover is over. It may take years, but the world will recover from its injuries until it's right back to the way it was before. This story will go on for legacies and legacies, even though this story is a complete fabrication.
It's a fake. It's fiction. It's an urban legend that never happened.
Well, even though the story I stated was completely false, the game is still very entertaining. It had pretty cool weapons and gizmos to cause pain. I recommend this game to those who have ceaseless anger and rage. Maybe for the ones who wronged you, like a bitch of a boss or coworker, or in my case, a public shithead. But me, I know the best course of action to put an end to anyone's bullshit. And that of course is to bake them into a pot pie. Cause after my little roughhousing, I kinda got a little hungry. So I helped myself to a scrap pieces. And this is what I came up with. A culinary masterpiece. And besides, it's not like anyone's gonna come looking for this rat scum nutsack. No one would really care to find his ass, would they? Hey Matt, you might want to come look at this shit. I swear to God, Derek, if it's porn again, I'm tearing your dick up. Huh? Who's this? That's Prankster Boy 9000. On the surface, he seems like another shit-breathing TikTok prankster channel. But what makes him different is his fucked up pranks. Like, how fucked up we talking? It's pranks that ruin lives or kills people. It started with the crack burger, then used needle soup. Then there's bleach soda mixed with dead bitch lung fluid. Fucking hold on, there's a few more. Shit-laced brownies. And the most vile yet, the razor blade pizza. Enchanted with fire aspect. How the Alright. Whatever, why are you showing me this? Oh yeah, it's because he's dead. Ain't that a good thing? Probably grew some empathy and deleted himself from the gene pool. That would have been wonderful, but unlikely. The bitch was burned to a crisp, but they only found the cooked lower half. Also, the fucker gloated about it on IG Live. Hell yeah, I did it! I loved it! You wanna sit this one out? I would, but the IRS is on my ass again, and they cannot have my last nut. Alright? How are we gonna find the rest of him? Sounds like you need a detective. Detective Mile? That's right, folks. In the flesh. And I know exactly what we need to get this case started. And what's that? We need info on the area of his disappearance, and I know exactly where to find it. I don't know about you, Matt, but I'm kinda hard. Don't ruin this for me. Guess not. Well, anyway, it's time for me to enjoy my yummy cuisine. And you can't have any, bitch. After a grueling day of smashing your boss, you must be so exhausted. Torturing all those office bots all day has gotta tire you out. So it's time to unwind and indulge in your most favorite activity. Dicing up some giant fruit. With a pulse. Follow me into a majestic land where blood flows like water. Or in this case, apple juice. Or Baja Blast. Because you're not goring mundane human folk. You're eviscerating fruit people. This may sound like a turnoff for some, but don't worry. The violence is still very graphic. It's just a little bit more fruity. So at least now, I can live out my annoying orange revenge fantasies. And make that little fuck bleed his vein juice. Hey Orange, remember all those years you've been a bastard? I bet you do, you corny bitch. Well, now it's time to finally put an end to your rotten ass. Now die! But that's not the only fun thing you could do in this game. There's a whole damn catalog of weapons and items you could pick from. So it's time to get creative. You can play doctor and fix up the ragdolls after a little bit of ass kicking, beating, eating, using these professional grade medical gear at your advantage. Let's start with the heart monitor. It allows you to view the living state of your fruit patient. Next is the limb connector. It rejoins the limbs of patients. But to demonstrate, I need our patient here to come to pieces. Now we can finally put these things to some use. With a little touch of this machine, it connects to the missing stump. Then it sucks in the missing part from wherever it was originally. Now our little friend is back to normal. But as you notice, they look kinda bendy. Well, that still doesn't mean we can't fix his body with the next item, the splint. This item fixes broken limbs, which means that you could absolutely dismantle someone's bone structure. Break their arms, break their spine like a meaty Kit Kat, and put them back like nothing ever happened. Well, kinda. But you may be asking, But wait, why are their limbs discolored? That's because in this game, ripped off limbs or dead bodies will go through the cycle of decay, like leaving an apple outside in the sun, or this corpse I left outside to follow the process of decomposition. That's the reason for the discoloration. But for living creatures, this is not good. Downright awful, in fact. Living creatures' limbs should not look like the Queen's flawless flesh after the head lopping. Well, we can at least use a bandage. Come on, stand. Even though we have a man with rotten limbs and a rotten man, it doesn't have to be the end for them. You could bring them back by going into syringes. You could find your solution you're waiting for. These syringes are the answer for what is doth life, or doth death. Some will help your fruit thrive, and some will immediately kill them. And some will give your pal immortality. They'll be able to survive anything you throw at them. They're even good at taking explosives, so don't be afraid to put a nuke to this fella. They can handle all of them.
Gather here today to mourn the death of Mold Man. He had reached immortality, but he has met his match. But that does not mean he's dead. No, literally, he is not dead.
Huh?
He is still up there. There's no one even in the casket.
What you doing? Oh my god! Where is he? And that's not the end of the fun. If fucking around with strange vials and elixirs doesn't get you jorking, then you could become a true engineer and build your own contraptions and thingamabobs to use. Just what Uncle Dane would have wanted. I made these beauties with pure steel, commitment, love, and Cthulhu's blessing, and I'm gonna show them off to you. I tried making my own vehicle that could reach Mach speed, but keep their passenger alive to tell the tale. But as you could see, it didn't go so well. But was pretty fast, even though our passenger was cooked crispy. I would say this one gets a gold star. Half a gold star. This invention surpassed my expertise. This invention will help us travel to the stars, to help us venture to distant planets and galaxies, so we can spread taxes and mortgage payments for every inhabitant of the system beyond. Because we all know what a planet needs to survive.
Livable wages?
Guards, suck out his blood.
Wait, come on, I was just curious. Wait!
I was obviously talking about more taxpayers. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the QQG-1000, the newest and sexiest hunk of metal out there. And there is no need for volunteers. I already found someone. But don't worry about them coming into harm. We have the safest rope and duct tape installed. Hopefully. Now enough stalling. Are you ready? Go!
Damn!
Well, shitball beans. No matter. We must not stop here. We need more subordinates. That'll surely balance it. Damn it! You know what? Scrap it. Scrap it. Get the shit out of my face! I call this one Man Blender. Can you guess what it does? I find this to be my most favorite work yet. Just look at it. Blending them up into fine, creamy pulp. With this bad boy, I get all the protein and sexual gratification I need to stay in tip-top something. And also it helps me keep up my youthful visage. So this machine is a big life changer that works with extreme efficiency. Ignore this. And that is all my inventions so far. Now it's time to get our hands on some metal yaks, prickers, and busters. I'm talking about weapons and bombs. They got weapons that stab shit, bonk shit, and harness the power of fire. Then there's multiple unique weapons of mass destruction. They got really powerful nukes that can turn flesh into charcoal. Best used on a grill. But you gotta escape the blast radius first. They got guns that shoot pure light energy, and ones that could hook you up with a hot meal. And with these murderous doohickeys, you could put your friend into some pretty nice peril. So let him have it. All of it. And if you feel bored looking at the same face getting McFucked by a wood saw, you could go to the clothing section and dress up your fruity friend. And maybe even roleplay a little bit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He'll roleplay at the night. I'll play the dragon. That burns him! Because one of the funnest things to do in this game is to play around. Since this game doesn't have a story, that's kinda all you could do. Because, you know, sandbox, dicking around, No meaning.
So I'm gonna show you some stories I made using the workshop items. So buckle up and grab some black mold. Because what I'm about to show you is peak cinema. Actione. Multiple instances of self-driving cars has been caught on camera, steamrolling over people like bloody pizza dough, causing havoc on our beloved Fruit Nation and its population. These vehicles seem to not have a clear target, but they seem to choose rural areas, but it tries to kill everyone in its path. The military had managed to eliminate the first killer. The remnants of the car was taken in for an autopsy, but surprisingly, nothing was found out of the ordinary. This left the military stumped in their tracks. This revelation had made the military question all their beliefs. So the war pigs had to look deeper, because the carnage that was shown had to be done by something. Maybe even some sort of machine, or even some wizardry. Well, they all were wrong. To be honest, they didn't even touch the tip of this rotten, blood-soaked bag. They couldn't even figure out that it actually was a creature. Some will even say that this being is the most scrumptious piece of beef out there. A being who is known to kill with just looks alone. And with the mark of the nameless, it was someone that was close, overseeing all the havoc and destruction, breathing down the very necks of all those little piggies, and war doggy-woggies in sight, fingers on the steering wheel just waiting. Who could it possibly be? That was me. I meant that shit. All that shit. Every man, woman, child, and man-child that was splattered like a Pollock painting. I'm the one who caused it all. And I'm not done yet. And right now I need another victim. Eat it! That still wasn't enough. I need a bigger rush. I need more! Taste my tank tread, Huh? Oh, I disabled collision. Nothing can stop me! Not a crate. Not a goddamn wall. Mighty fine work, boys. We got the whole city looking sparkling clean. And just in time, too.
Well, what can we say? When the group's together, we get shit done.
Damn right. Well, it's time to head back to base.
Wait, is that a collection of barrels?
Shit! Oh, I thought something awful was gonna happen.
Yeah, like, I thought it was gonna be a big explosion or something. Wait, what the hell's going on?
What kind of a voodoo witch
I
shit
know
is this?
what's going on.
Oh God, no!
Lord.
Help me.
Did this ever happen
Oh,
to you
please
at
help.
one point in your life? And are you still suffering from the lifelong damage? Well, you don't have to worry for long, because here at CDP, we help deal with pain and damages. We take the best care of our customers, no matter what. If your body was segmented, we'll put you back together, right as rain, to the best of our abilities. And do not worry about us not finding you. We know where you are, at all times. You could literally be cut to kingdom come, and we'll find you. Heck, you could even be in space, fighting for the right to suck moon oil, and we'll be there when you get you and your crew shot to pieces and burnt by the stake, the scum-sucking skid marks that they are. It doesn't matter. We'll fix it. There's nothing we can't do. Here are some of our happy customers. Aw, man. I thought it was a goner for sure when I got fish filleted last summer. But thanks to CDP, I'm able to tell the tale. Thanks to CDP, I've gained confidence to try out this little idea that was spinning in my head for a while. Let it rip, boys. Dude, when I heard the terms of CDP, I got like super inspired to try out all my dangerous hobbies with my homies. Let's do this! Hell yeah, man! Let's go! This is gonna be sweet! You heard that, folks. So you can let your dangerous ideas fly. gruesomely mangle yourself, transform your body to horrific proportions, just give us a call, and you'll be alright. CDP. Pain without consequences. And that's pretty much all the stories I came up with. And if you couldn't tell, I'll say my story-making skills is pretty good. And if you think you could do better, go ahead and put yourself to the test. But just keep in mind, you'll never be the GOAT. 'Cause I'm that GOAT. Moo moo, bitch! And that's pretty much all the fun things in this game. I recommend this game to those who have a sick and demented mind. Almost to the point of yours truly. Surprise, I'm back. And I got more beans on our opposed killer. Aw, shit, really? You betcha. We got all we need to find this sicko. A pie pan? This may look like the run-of-the-mill pan, but this baby has all the information we need on our killer. Like traces of saliva, and the blood of the victim. Damn! Was he eating them?
Thank you, detective. You saved my balls. And when I get home, I'll quick one out. Just for you.
Fuck off me. Our job's not done yet. We gotta get this thing tested. And once we do, we'll start the hunt. Well, I just finished my flesh dinner. Now I'm in the mood for some more torture games. But I'm not talking about any of this new stuff. Maybe something a little bit more nostalgic. Let me see here. Oh, I got something. I love that nostalgic feeling. It feels so good to be back in a game I recognize. I wonder how this game's been since I last tried it. As you can see, this is not the buddy man I fought for. Well, he looks like shit now, but I swear, he's seen better days. But either way, it doesn't matter. You could still beat his ass as usual. But as you open up a can of whoop-ass on him, you will see that he's on the ground, not really doing anything. Just sitting there, looking almost drained. And no matter what you hit him with, no coins seem to slip out of his body folds, and these bubbles pop up, with some strange sound effects. Simple reason really, he's on the ground because he's starving. They made Buddy Man mortal, so now he needs food to stay healthy and produce coins. And at this point, you may be wondering why do the snacks have faces, and may not feel fear. And probably not feel pain. That is simply because Buddy Men like that shit, and the effects they have on his body. The effects of the food could range from mildly strange, to egregious, disgusting. You also have the caca meter. You should click this when it's running low. This makes him use the toilet, and produce a literal shit ton of coins. But if you don't click it, and it runs down to 0, this will cause him to spontaneously shite on your screen, like the disgusting caged pig that he is. Worse yet, you will be the one to clean up his foul bowel excretions, even if you just cleaned it. Oh, but you can't blame Buddy Man, he just can't stop giving a shit. In fact, I think his disgusting actions today were so great, I'm gonna give him a big reward for his caringness. So he gets a mouthful of hot, refreshing,
Scalding. Melting.
and that is not the only thing that they added to this game. They also added something we all needed for Buddy Man, probably the best options for a mobile game. Let me introduce you to the Buddy Man Battle Pass. So not only are you gonna have to grind to get these weapons, you're gonna have to rank up in the Battle Pass to get new weapons. But the new stuff is hidden behind a paywall of bullshit, so if you ever wanted to participate in the pass, unless you have money to spare, unlike me, I don't have a cent to my name, so we can only speculate what that little void in the jar does. But I guess we'll never know. But they still do have other cool items that are fun to use. There's firearms, cold weapons, and the most terrifying of them all, dinner. Some will unleash the wrath of the gods, some will melt his skin right off his bones, and some will boil him to his cooking perfection. And some are just... I'll just talk about it later. We got more important things to talk about right now. Like, what has been Buddy Man doing for all these years? What? Who the fuck elected this dumbass? He can't even shit without someone helping him. What makes you think he can handle a country? Fine. Fine, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I am so not mad. I'm gonna send him a visit.
I got a friend I want him to meet, and a few presents I want to show. Hey there, buddy boy. Old chum, amigo. Anyways, I want to show you something. Here's my friend Drake. Unlike Loverboy, he spits hot fire. Literally. Shit's incredible. I could babble all about it. But it's better if you have a taste for yourself. See there? I'm not lying. I'm not lying, aren't I? And that's not all. Since you've been elected, this calls for a big celebration. In this case, presents. I bought you some new cologne. It's called Chemical X. This'll make you smell your best. It also brings out the natural green glow of your skin. Look at you. So nice and healthy. Oh, you still smell like shit. Let's give you a heavier dose, shall we? This should make you... Hey, take that mask off, bitch. Yeah. Taste it. Breathe in the rejuvenation. Let it fill your lungs. Huh? Fucking lightweight. But besides that, I'm not even close to being done with you. So wake the fuck up. Cause this is where the fun begins. Damn. Just in time for lunch too. But don't worry, I won't be feeding you the same old gruel. We're having seafood today, and the only thing that's on the menu today is bloodthirsty, man-eating fish. And you shouldn't worry about your palate getting stale, because you won't live to finish it. Because in my kitchen, food bites back, homie. Enjoy! I hope you enjoyed your meal, and I don't suppose you're gonna try to go for a re-election, will you? Good. Well, it looks like that's my cue to leave. This'll not be your last death, buddy. You're coming with me. I gotta try some more stuff on you. Also, the guards are probably on my ass now. So it's best to get the hell out of here while I still can. That's probably them right now. Alright, let's go. Alright, I'm safe. They won't find us here. Just me and you. No guards, no elections, no interruptions. Except for the 30th team who I'd get for not giving this app money. Just me and you in the prison cube. In here, I could better indulge in your ceaseless agony. So there is no reason for me to leave this room. The prison cube has everything I need to snap dopey, shrimpy dicks like you in half. So I hope you like slideshows, cause I'm hitting you with the whole fucking gallery. While we're on that subject, let's continue with the topic of weapons. Let's start with the machines. This section is full of torture devices. The one that I'm gonna use right now is called the rack. It pulls their victims apart by their arms and legs, and ends with their limbs being torn off, such as the fate of every Stretch Armstrong I come across. That fat and bleu, eh? Next up, we have the natural headrest for all French royalty, and this beauty helps French royalty find a peaceful nap. I'm of course talking about the guillotine. This is the only time our friend here is going to be treated like a king, or anything other than a worthless, nasty, crusty, dusty batch of shit. And this baby will elegantly separate Buddy's head from his body. Normally we have baskets at the bottom to catch falling person's heads. But you know, I don't see you as human. But don't be alarmed, your body will be well respected accordingly. And lastly, we got the electric chair. I thought of finishing the section off with a shock of lightning, preferably the type that's over the boiling point of water, cause I want to see you cook. No, I want to see you fry. And this is the perfect weapon for torture, suited for any crime, of any severity. Jaywalking, littering, and the worst crime of all, wisecracking about our great supreme leader. Yapping dollar. Xiao Hong Shi! Oh, I forgot this room was here. Well, since we're here, I think getting tortured for 6 hours straight with no food, no water, this unfiltered torment and suffering could give you a heavy appetite. But still, you must eat more healthier. And the shit you've been eating lately has gotta fuck your guts up in some way. You should probably eat some more fruit. Maybe then you'll stop excreting your bowel butter paste everywhere. This is your first healthy snack.
Absolutely scrumptious, isn't it? But don't ask me why it has a cigar. Or, human cliffs. Just enjoy it. I said enjoy it. Right before it goes off! If you couldn't tell about the explosive banana, I'm talking about explosives, detonations, and things that go. And that dietary snack is not the only interesting thing in this section. There's plenty more bumpers to blow some lids off. We got makeshift explosives, made with the most flammable propane known to man, best used on family occasions, to liven things up a bit with a little bit more fire. And that liquid gold, now weaponized to a golden shower of fire. They even got military-grade bombs here. We got the cluster bomb. When it explodes, it releases teeny tiny baby terrorists. Aren't they just adorable? But this isn't the end of it. Their spawn had not forgot the sacrifices of their parents before, and will continue their martyrdom, leaving behind desecration and chunks. Then if you want a more hands-on explosive, we got the rocket launcher. This one is pretty basic bitch as it gets, but it's still got that dog in it. If that dog was explosive. Next up is the Matryoshka, a classic toy from Russia. It was meant to represent motherhood and the continuation of life. But in this context,
The extractor of it, symbolizing man's destructive nature and cruelty towards their fellow man, leaving nothing but pain and sorrow in its wake.
they also got pretty bumpy music. And while this thing is exploding, it'll continue to shrink until the song ends with a brutal finish, hopefully leaving this sumbitch maimed. And if you're feeling a little bit biblical, I don't know how you made it this far in the video, but if you're feeling a little bit biblical, you should get yourself a holy grenade. This baddie is shaped from pure gold, forged from the heavens itself, anointed with thine oil, and blessed by our beloved Father, made to cast out shit-digging demons, such as the one we have here. I cast thee into the depths, where you truly belong, suffering with all those naturally showerless pests, as those that bear serpent will sail in the melted magma for all eternity. And the last one we're going to talk about has two outcomes. Either you can help Buddy Man cut the right wire to finish it successfully, so he can live a long and fulfilling life, or destroy his very existence. Take your pick. Time's ticking, buddy. Now that was a very dramatic finish. It seems like Buddy might have had enough. I'm pretty sure he learned his lesson mighty well. There's plenty more items that you could look for yourself, but it'd probably be a long time before you could see the rest of them though. But one day, they might reveal themselves to us. Maybe not in this lifetime, but one day.
Tune in next time to the Buddy Man Battle Pass, where dreams and ambitions be sodomized.
I recommend this game to those with an itch for classical mobile games and a hate for wisecracking, shit-eating, shit-spewing pricks. Alright, so that's every torture game I personally recommend. I could list off more, but most are unplayable. And if you know the situation that happened with Flash, you know what we lost. But hopefully this genre will take a giant resurgence one day, cause I need me my fixins, and I don't know how long I'd last. But I digress. Now it's time for me to get going. The demolition team is coming over, and this is not my house. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, you should try subscribing. More vids are on the way. But till then, stay hydrated.